us.
Just us.
Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you find yourself in this weird, wild world of ours. Tonight we come back to the Dragon Age Rise of the Kunari campaign, where the Inquisition is beginning to get ready for an expedition into the southern woods, where a few of the Inquisitorial members found some strange happenings. So first we will go to the main entrance hall where the people who are going on the expedition are getting ready to head off. You see that a lot of the primary Inquisition members that are going with you on this expedition are, and I repeat, Colin, Priscilla, Bull, and Kim.
Wait.
Along with a few other generic NPC soldiers, which may or may not be red shirts.
Oh,
Yeah,
they
I
are
need-
definitely red shirts.
I need the Kunari nice lady before we leave. I need
Just a
her.
moment.
I might be getting into her pants.
Oh God.
Well, get in her pants all you want, as long as he cures my fucking
Yeah,
hangover.
Princess. Yeah, he's trying. Let's just put it this way: Jared's trying very hard in this campaign. No,
Oh, so hard, yes.
Well, if Jacqueline did have a dick, it would be hard constantly, so yes. But you'll just have to settle for the nipples.
Christ.
I mean, yeah, I'd tap
Is-
that.
Is Alice yelling at my sexuality here?
What now?
Alice is the name of Bot's girlfriend that just yelled, Jesus fucking Christ.
Probably. It's quite
okay,
fitting.
so you go to Anna's room. She answers the door a bit sleepily since she was not going on the expedition. And she looks up at you and she's like, "Oh, hello, Serena. How may I help you?"
I heard that you are good at curing hangovers.
Ah, yes. I have a bit of a specialty for that. I take it you require my aid.
Yes, I desperately need it.
She puts one hand on one side of your head, one hand on the other, and roll me a fortitude save with a additional +5.
Fortitude. Is that the +3?
Yes.
So it's D20 +3 +5.
So yeah. So D20 +8.
Okay. Oh. $13. And my
Okay.
rolls continue to suck.
It takes a moment, but you eventually feel a presence kind of wash over you, and you feel yourself refreshed. Like you felt all the toxins and negative energy just float out from your body. Will there be
This
anything
is
else, Serena?
awesome. No, thank you so much. I mean, ask anything if you need something. This is great. Thanks. I really needed that. I need to go, but if you need anything, leave a message under my door. I'll get back to you when I return. Okay?
Of course. She
And to start
smiles and
running.
opens the door. Oh yeah, and Lyria is also going on the expedition with you guys. She's currently in NPC mode.
Very nice.
Yeah, I was hoping that would happen. Okay. We need our Inquisitor.
Is Shayna gonna join us later?
No, she's busy. So Colin kind of pipes up and he's like, "All right, we are all accounted for. Let's move out." And all of the people begin to back up and gather on, and you guys start to proceed out on horseback to the southern woods.
Very nice.
Ooh, horseback, yeah.
It
Sorry.
takes about it takes about 4 hours to ride down to the southern woods, and eventually, once you get down there, you can see the kind of areas where Jacqueline, where you explored before. You guys hadn't really ventured that deep into the woods. But when you get to the southern woods, you guys realize just how massive this little forest is and just how much it starts to block out the sun once you actually go into it.
Alrighty.
So you guys proceed into the area where you are, and yes, once again, you see the patches of kind of disoriented and blackened earth. And other than that, not much is happening, but you guys are starting to kind of look around and check stuff out.
I'm gonna do detect magic to see in which direction the magic is going from the blackened circle.
Okay, you cast detect magic, and you feel it pulsate from the circle itself.
Mm-hmm.
There seem to be no strings or flows going anywhere else, like it is self-contained.
Interesting. Is there some of the strange herbs near the circle?
Ironically, from when you saw last time, there were a lot. Now there are none.
Hmm. Well, this is interesting. Are there any tracks leading away from the darkened circle?
Go ahead and have everyone roll a perception.
Mm. 20. Oh, what am I? Fuck. Oh. Fuck.
You're not seeing
14.
shit.
What the fuck is up with my roll since yesterday?
Serena, you're looking
You
around.
drank.
You're kind of looking around one of these trees, and you stumble over a branch and you land in a big pile of dirt, and it blinds you for a little bit.
Come on, it wasn't that bad overall, was it?
It was a
You
botch.
rolled a 1.
However,
Ah.
Cullen rolled a nat 20, and he notices something over in the middle of the center. As you proceed inward into the woods, it gets so dark, even in daylight, that you guys have to bring out sun rods or torches just to see.
I have low thing
Mm.
vision, so I'm good, you guys.
And
But apparently I'm blind.
you proceed more and more into the woods, and eventually you see a shack. It looks like a pretty standard, wooden kind of outing, like maybe 1 to 2 per people housing. And there is a lot of corrupted earth around it.
Does it look like the shack is the center of the corrupted earth?
Kind of.
Can I
At the very-
sneak and go scout?
Go ahead and roll me a stealth.
Seriously?
Granted,
Ouch.
it is a skill check, so it's not an automatic failure with a 1. It's just poor, but she has a plus 24, meaning she has a 25 to stealth. So you go ahead and kind of sneak up the porches. Doesn't really feel like anything's happening.
Sidekick is broken today, okay? It's like it knows.
You sneak up on the shack and you look through a window and you can't see crud through these windows.
Because it's dark or because they're dirty?
Seems to be because they're dirty.
Are there any cracks on the walls?
Yes.
Can I look through the cracks?
You can kind of get your eye there, and you like try and look through, and you don't see much.
Can I climb on the roof?
Sure. Go ahead and roll me an acrobatics.
Acrobatics, good. Fuck, where is it? Okay. Please don't botch. Please don't botch. Please don't botch. Not this time. Please don't botch. Come on, dice gods. Ooh, 36.
Okay, so you crit. So everyone in the party sees Serena as she goes to like climb the building. She like does like an Ezio freaking Assassin's Creed thing where she like bounces off the wall. Then she bounces off the tree and does like a parkour backflip up onto the roof and like lands perfectly in like an like absolute boss pose. And she like just defies gravity. You are now on the roof. There's nothing on the roof but shingles and a chimney.
I'll go towards the chimney. And I'm gonna look down the chimney.
You look down the chimney and you see what you think is to be a not used in a long time fireplace.
Can I drop something there so I can, like see
Yeah,
if
you can drop
something
a
will
rock down.
happen?
You drop a rock
Okay,
down.
I'll drop a rock down.
You hear the echo as it hits the bottom of the fireplace. For a moment, nothing happens.
After a moment?
And then after a moment, you look down into the fireplace, the black void, and you see a little bit of movement. And then you see a pair of eyes open up and look back at you, glowing bright yellow in the darkness.
Okay, I'm going to take a step back.
Okay.
And I will have to somehow communicate that to the other people.
Somehow, indeed.
How do you wish to do that?
Sign language? or I'll probably get off the roof at this point because
Yeah, you just
that
like
thing.
you can do like a triple, quadruple backflip off the roof if you want.
No, I don't wish to show off. I just, just a single flip is enough.
You land on the ground and you start to tell your companions about what has happened. And then you hear a call and shout, "Contact!" And the front door of the house bursts open, shattering into splinters and glass and just all over the place.
I'm rolling stealth.
And from the front door starts to emerge. Let me go ahead and get it here.
39.
Very good. I'll use these guys because that's basically what they look like.
Oh, jeez.
And a buttload of shadowy, grotesque figures come out and just start charging and attacking anyone they see. I'm gonna need you guys to roll initiative.
Motherfucker.
Initiative. Where is that? Oh. Ugh. Mm.
Sans, you are on the expedition, so you may speak.
Of course, I'm just staying
9.
quiet. Don't worry.
Fuck.
I'm listening.
Why? I always have the worst.
I got a 22,
I got 9.
and you have a higher initiative than I do.
Well, you rolled 19, I rolled 4. What do you want from me?
For you to do better!
What do you want from me, Jared? Fuck you. My dice are weird today. At least I nailed
Okay, so I've
the
got the
acrobatics
initiative order
check.
down. Jacqueline is going first.
I am going to cast Mage Armor on myself.
All right. I believe that gives you a +4.
Yep, +4 to AC with no penalties of any kind. Lasts
Alrighty.
for 1 hour per level, so it lasts for 5 hours.
Excellent. So you feel the armor form around you. And is that your turn?
Yep. Just staying back.
Bad guy's turn. So there will be a bad shadow coming at Jacqueline, and one of them will have to roll a perception to see if they see Serena. They do not. And then one will go for Sans and everyone else, and it is utter chaos. Your companions are getting attacked by whispering, shadows. They seem to be living shadows, but they're solid. But they can seem to move at unbelievable speeds, and they can just slide up walls and come around corners and just freaking teleport. It's just
So
utter chaos as the battle unfolds.
They're the equivalent of a Neo Shadow.
Pretty close. And the first one's going to come out and attack you, Jacqueline.
Okay.
2 attacks.
Alrighty.
First one's a 23.
That hits.
Second is a 24.
That hits.
All right, so both hit. I'll just roll damage as a whole. So that will be 9 damage. And does a 24 or 23 also beat your CMD? Because these guys get to attack and grapple at the same time.
Well, that's retarded. Yes, it does.
Okay, so you are grappled with the spirit in front of you as he grabs you, and he just starts slashing at you with these talons. And we will go to Sans. And I'll just go ahead and roll all the other NPCs out of the thing here. So Sans, you have one of these shadow guys in your face. Sans.
Oh, I'm muted and I'm talking. Hello. Yes, I've been talking. Can I get... I know there's one in front of me, but I would like to get some sort of tactical kind of... There's no map, but I want a tactical... The best you can do of a tactical overview of what the fuck is going on.
Yes, I will definitely try and get a map next time for Roll20. I just didn't have time.
That's fine.
But basically, you have one in front of you. Jacqueline's kind of over to your left and has one grappling her. And then there's one kind of looking around like it was trying to find Serena. And then there's a bunch fighting your comrades. So in terms of tactical advantage to hit a lot, you kind of don't really have that from a point because unless you want to go over to the right where all your companions are fighting, you can kind of jump in and do some group stuff. But other than that, there's not really a tactical gain point to be gained from here. It's mostly just pick an enemy and see what you can do.
All right.
I mean, the best you can do, the best you can do is kill the one who's looking for me, so I can then go for the one who's grappling Jacqueline.
If I strike the one that's attacking Jacqueline, does that instigate any sort of...
The one in front of you will get an attack of opportunity, yes.
Right. But would that assist with her getting out of the grapple?
Yes.
Okay. In that case... So... I would have to get over to Jacqueline, I would have to leave the... what's the word?
You are close enough to Jacqueline to take a 5-foot step.
Right.
To shift 1 square.
But would that invoke...
That would not.
Okay. So then I would like to rage.
All right.
And then I would like to take one step, and I would like to add that I believe it's perfectly reasonable for me to say that there is no reason for me to not have my enchantment on my greatsword running at all times, because there is no downside to that.
Mm-hmm.
So then it is activated already.
Yes.
Therefore, I will strike it.
Right. I take it you're doing all your attacks?
I believe I only get one, right? No. Yes?
No, you get 2, dude. This is level 10.
Oh.
Heck, at base you get level 2, and heck, I think Rage even gives you an extra 3rd.
Oh. Well, alrighty then.
However many attacks it lists in your sheet. Which should be 2 or 3.
I will go for 2 right now, just for the sake of it, and then I will look up later.
Alright. Whack it.
Would you stop lifting that?
35.
Behind my eye.
35 hits.
And then for my second attack,
You not hear me?
Yeah, I'm trying not to.
20. Ah! Hang on.
Alright. So you strike the creature.
Alright.
Twice times it hits. Go ahead and roll damage for both.
Alrighty. I'm just going to like combine both the damages together. I don't think that matters,
That
right?
is perfectly fine.
27.
So you just like crash it once, like across the chest, and cut right through it, and it just goes, and then like you stab it right in the face, and it just dies, turns into shadow.
Wonderful.
Now is your turn.
Yes.
Right. So the one that was in front of you was holding its action until you did something, and now it will attack you.
Because you did something.
Wow.
16 versus your AC.
Does not hit.
21 versus your AC.
Does hit.
Okay. You will roll damage, and he will also try to grapple you. Does 21 beat your CMD?
No.
Okay, so he does not grapple you. He does 6 damage to you, which I believe
Alrighty.
gets reduced by 2.
So 4 damage. Alrighty.
So he mildly scratches you, and it's mildly annoying.
Hmm.
All right, Serena,
Hmm.
you're up.
Well, I'm behind the tree. Is the guy still looking for me?
He's looking for you, but you think you could get a sneak attack off on him?
I think, or I can.
You can. Do you want to throw your dagger or use your short bow?
I want to use the dagger, I think. Does it matter? Are my
Well,
skills
the short bow does a little bit more damage. The daggers can allow you to get close and apply poison. Well, you can apply poison on your arrows too. But the short bow does do a little bit more damage and has more range, so you can stay at a distance. It just depends on
okay?
what you want to do.
Then I'll go with the bow.
Okay, so roll an attack versus his flat-foot.
What do I roll for that? That's the
It would be your bow. You can go down and you'll see the bow below your daggers.
the plus. Yeah, is it the plus 12?
Yeah.
Okay. Come on, dice gods, don't fail me. 27.
That is indeed a hit. So this will be roll 66 of damage.
$15.
All right, that's just enough. You come out from behind the tree and you go and let the arrow fly, and it strikes it right in the head, and it just bursts into shadow. So you do still have a movement action.
Am I still stealthy, or I have to redo that?
Every time I have someone do that, I usually have you reroll stealth, and then it
Okay.
gets harder. It gets harder, and it gets easier and easier for people to notice you. But go ahead and roll stealth.
41.
Very, very good roll. You duck back behind
So
the tree and you go back
yeah,
into
I'll roll
hiding
behind
around.
another tree so I can have a visual of more enemies.
Alrighty. So going to the NPCs, you see Colin and Bull just smacking shadows left and right, and everything is just swarming all over the place. It is just an utter clusterfuck in here. And you got shadows weaving behind trees, you got screeches going out, but everyone seems to be holding their own pretty well. And now we go back to Jacqueline.
My turn, yay.
So you are no longer being grappled. There
Yay!
is a shadow that is attacking Boris, and then there's like a bunch of shadows just all over the place.
Alright, in that case, I shall cast another first level spell at. Fuck it, why not do at second level slot? Double check what that entails exactly. Because magic missile. How many? Wow, I got a lot of cantrips. There it is. Oh, it just increases with my level. Never mind. So I will be doing 3d4 plus 3 points of damage to the one attacking Boris.
Excellent. Roll it.
I got to 7.
So you strike it, and you don't manage to kill it, but you piss it off.
I figured.
Just as bolt after bolt just slams into it. It's like.
And it is farther than 5 feet away from me, correct?
That is correct.
I will move more away from the action to where I could have range on basically everything.
All right. You see Lyria cast a giant globe of ice that goes and slams into one, and then that one falls down on the house, and you can see kind of a mini blizzard storm appear above the house, starting to hit a bunch of the shadows.
Woot.
And one of the shadows is going to appear up on top of the house, Jared, and it's going to look at you and cast a spell at you.
Okay.
Roll me a will save, please. DC is 14.
I got to 14.
Just right on the dot. It reaches out its hand and it tries to ensnare your mind. You guess with maybe a hold or some kind of manipulation spell, but you grit your teeth and you just barely manage to force it back and push it out of your mind. And then there's going to be a couple spells cast on the party. Serena, this particular spell that's going to come after you is an AoE effect. It's why it's getting you in the crosshairs. Roll me a will save. Actually, since Jacqueline was the target of that, Sans, you can go ahead and roll me a will save as well.
What's the will save?
Will.
Will.
Should be your 8. Yeah.
Does any of my acrobatic and escape skills play in that?
No.
It's
Or
not an AoE
evasion?
Well, no, it's not an AoE damaging attack. So you don't have to worry about that. What that allows you to do, Serena, is that evasion stuff you have, If you fail a check to save from like AoE damage of a spell, or even
Like
a
a
direct hit with a
fireball.
spell, or even a direct hit with a spell, if you fail, you take half damage. If you succeed, you take no
Oh.
damage. But this is not
Okay.
a damaging attack. This is actually a debuff.
Oh.
So, actually,
Which arguably could be worse.
roll
Um,
reflex for me, Serena. Actually,
mm,
That should be your
is it?
strong suit.
Wait. I'm trying to figure out shit right now because I haven't played this before. So, it's not a mental thing, is it?
no. You can actually just roll the reflex because it is actually AoE damaging. That was my fault. I didn't.
Okay.
Spell.
Okay. Okay.
Damn it, bot. Read your spells.
Well, I've got two spells right next to each other, and I was looking at the wrong one. Sorry.
Which reminds me, I need to prepare my next thing.
$32.
Oh, geez, yeah, you crit. So you see a kind of a little wave of energy come through the trees area, and you just like roll out like a boss and just take no damage from it. Sans, you succeeded on your will save. Let's see. So Serena will take no damage. These guys will take
And I
half.
probably have to roll for stealth again.
No, you're still fine. You're just a badass right now.
Okay.
Um,
Yay, I'm badassing.
So going down to baddies, there's going to be another shadow coming after you, Jacqueline.
Okay.
$21.
That hits. Because it's against touch, right?
No, this is your standard AC.
Well, it still hits. I'm at a 19 at the moment.
And 13.
That does not.
All right. So does 21 beat your CMD?
Yes.
Okay, so he's got you grappled again,
Fuck.
or different one has you grappled.
Still, fuck.
Take a whole whopping 2 damage, motherfucker.
Oh no! Wait, what was the damage I took last time?
4.
4? Oh, yeah. Oh no. Like that's doing anything.
He's mildly scratching you, and then Sans, there will be one that will attack you. Except this one's going to attack you with a magic attack versus your touch AC. There's a 14 hit your touch AC, Sans.
I don't think that hit.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm muted again. God damn it.
Yes, you really got to stop doing that.
My touch
yeah.
AC is 13, so
Really?
So he hits you. He hits you. It's going to reach forward, and just a scorching ray of fire is going to hit you in the face.
alrighty.
Take 16 fire damage, Sans, and this is magical damage, so no reduction, I believe, unless you take reduction.
Alrighty, that's fine.
You take 16 damage as he blasts you with a big ray of fire. And then rolling for enemies. So your companions, holy shit, your companions are doing really well. A lot of the shadows are starting to get beat back. Going on to Sans.
Alright. It's the overview right now. How are things looking?
There's a lot of less shadows kind of concentrated around the group. Now they're starting to spread out a bit more. There's one shadow that was in front of you that just hits you in the face.
Oh.
There's a shadow up on the roof that kind of seems to be doing some wizardy stuff. And there's a shadow that has your friend Jacqueline grappled again.
It's grappling.
It's
I see.
grappling the mage / alchemist.
I see. And how close is that?
/ lesbian.
About 10 feet.
And then there's the magic one.
Yeah. That would require you to get up on the house or do a range attack, though.
Leave that one to me.
Alright. I'll just whack the one in front of me.
You whack the one in front of you, roll it. This was the one shot with magic missile, too.
And 25.
Oh yeah, so don't even bother rolling damage because this one got hit by the magic missile. So you just come up and you're just like phew, phew,
Yeah.
death. And you have a
Alrighty.
movement action.
Well, I'm going to stand in front of the one that's grappling Jacqueline and stare angrily at it.
Okay, so you're gonna go behind, so that does give Jacqueline flanking bonus.
Mhm.
We're going to go to Serena now.
How far from me is the person on the roof, the shadow on the roof?
He is within range of your bow. If that's what you're asking.
Yes, that's what I'm asking. Okay, so that's what I'll do. It was like 12. Yeah, I'm gonna bow the motherfucker. 30.
That definitely hits his flat-footed AC. Roll 66.
Hey,
Goes right through his chest, and he just dissolves in the shadows.
still a badass.
But one of them was waiting for this. So
Right.
this one is going to attack you. This will be a ranged touch attack, so no need for you to roll. 11 versus your touch AC.
My touch AC is 15, so he can suck it.
So yeah, you just see a scorching ray coming after you, and you're like, ah! And you avoid it. But does he have another spell he can do? Let me see if he can do more. He can. Ooh, I completely forgot these guys had this. Okay, let's do this. Okay, the shadow that has been floating up above everyone, about a good 30 or 40 feet in the air. Roll a will save, Serena.
Will save. Okay. $23.
Alright, let me roll a D100. Because you had to succeed, you jerk. Okay.
D100.
So
Okay.
so he
what
was
the
well. No,
hell?
I rolled the D100.
Okay. Okay.
So he
Good.
was going to swap places with you, with him being 50 feet up in the air and just dropping you. But you succeeded the check, and he had a small successive chance to actually still teleport you, but he didn't. So instead of teleporting you up in the air, he just teleported you in front of the house.
Fucking great. Can I even try to stealth here or
You could maybe try and
nah?
step under the awning, but it's getting harder as the combat progresses.
Well, I can still try.
But let me see. I've got 1, 2, 3. Okay, this guy can see you, and he's going to go and attack you.
Oh, great. Thanks.
21 versus your AC.
My AC is 18, so that's a hit.
And then on the second attack, he botches. So he comes in and does a 21 beat your CMD.
What the fuck is CMD?
CMD, where CMD is stated.
Oh, I have 28.
Okay, so he does not manage to grapple you. But he will do some damage to you.
How much?
8 damage.
Okay, make a note that my current health is 92. Because I'm on the phone.
Yep. So the NPCs will go. Go ahead and make a couple rolls here. Jesus Christ.
I have to ask something. The previous attacks that I did, shouldn't they have a bonus because they were stealth?
You don't get bonuses on stealth, but you get to attack their flat-footed AC, which is almost always lower than AC.
Oh, cool.
So it's a
Okay.
way easier shot. So,
Yeah. Okay.
your comrades are doing rather well. You see Priscilla kind of put her hands together and say, "Make her protect!" And this white radiant light kind of starts shining throughout the battlefield, and a lot of the shadows are
Eye
being pushed back.
rolls.
You see a couple ice spears stab into a few shadows. You see that Colin Bull and a few of the others are just bashing away shadows and just doing a rather good job. There's not too many more shadows left. One of the shadows is going to use a dying ability. Every single person roll me a reflex save. Please, DC 18.
What's my
Mm.
minus since I'm grappled?
That will be a -4.
Well, that cuts my reflex in half.
Oh shit.
So Christine failed, so Christine will take half, even though she failed. Jacqueline, you'll take full. Sans, you will just barely pass. So you will take half.
Half of what?
Half of
An
the damage he
explosion.
just rolled.
Are you fucking kidding
So that's
me?
+1, that's 40. So actually, Serena, you will take 20. Jacqueline, you will take 40. Sans, you will take 20.
What?
And then a few others take it. So yeah, Jacqueline, you took 40 explosion damage. Fire
How
damage.
did I take 40? How did I
Because
get that
for-
one extra point?
I forgot to add the +1 to what he's got. So it's 40. So it makes it an even 40, which makes it 20 for half and then 40 for full.
So I'm 72 health right now. Great. Good thing I have that wand.
So yeah, that hurt. But he exploded himself, so he's no longer a problem. Back up to the top with Jacqueline.
Was that the one grappling me that blew up?
It was not.
Oh.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be caught in the crossfire?
Granted, you can do touch spells at point blank range.
I
so-
know. But I'm wondering if I should beef myself up for. Well, nah, probably not. In that case, back down to the wizard shit.
Just F him up.
Just show him your tits. It's a great distraction.
It's probably a spirit, which most likely wouldn't work, unless if it was a desire demon. Personal.
Well, you should never avoid the chance to show your tits.
I've really got no touch spells.
It's you. There's a thing down on the bottom which says your ranged and melee touch attack.
Yeah.
Melee touch is melee touch. Ranged touch is ranged touch number.
But what you mean by when grappled, I can still just do range of touch.
Yeah, you can.
But otherwise, I can't because my arms are restrained.
Yeah, you'll take a -2 because of the grapple, but
In that case, I'm just gonna tap my leg and activate my augment ability and gain a +2 AC. So my AC is now, for the next 2 rounds, at 21.
okay. He'll try and respond by attacking you.
Alrighty. Fuck!
Okay, so second attack misses.
No, that gets it dead on.
Oh, it does? Oh,
Yeah.
damn. So another 2 attacks then, as he's clawing away at you. 11 damage.
Fuck.
And roll your CMB for me, please.
Roll my CM bonus?
Your CMB, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Your CMD is your CM defense. Your CMB
Yeah.
is the bonus. Roll that.
Okay. Yep.
What does CM stand for?
Combat modifier.
Okay, you break free from it.
Sweet.
But you're almost
And
dead.
and let's see, he responded, so his turn is nothing.
Not
so
quite.
Sans, you're up.
Hi. Just out of curiosity, where would it? I'm looking at the sheet right now. Where would it list where I'm getting multiple attacks from? I'm sorry.
You would look down at your offense where like it shows your sword damage and all that,
Yeah.
and you see how many numbers are there. Like if there was like a plus 15 and then it goes down to a plus 13, so et cetera, et cetera.
Usually
Oh,
there's
I see.
slashes
Okay.
in between.
Not to mention, it'll down near where your abilities are at your rage stuff. It should tell you if you get extra things. Like your
Okay.
rage powers down there in the descriptors.
Does that mean that I can do 2 too?
Yeah, you can do 2 attacks. You've just been killing them all with 1 attack, but you can choose to attack one and then shoot another. But yeah, you do get 2 attacks tonight.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
So
Most
is
classes in
Jacqueline being
Pathfinder.
murdered?
Oh no. I just broke free of my tackle. I'm at a little less than half health.
Okay. Is that creature still there?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
All right. I'll whack it once and see if that kills it, and then, see where we go from there.
Okay, sweet. He's going to use Parasitic Infusion.
Okay.
So, Sans, roll me a will save.
Oh boy. Okay. Oh, I didn't do very well.
You are held.
Held? What does that mean?
You're hold.
You can't move.
He basically cast Hold Person on you. You can't move. You can't step within range to whack him. So that's basically your turn.
Was that the one that grabbed me?
Yes. And now he turns around with lightning reflexes and sticks out his kind of shadowy tail thing, and it sticks right into the middle of Sans, and you see these shadow veins start to spread out over Sans.
Fuck.
You get shadow shafted.
Sans, there is something. Well, actually, no, you can't even do that with Hold. So never mind. We shall get back to you on the next turn.
Will do.
Serena, it is your move.
Yeah, I'm gonna bow down the motherfucker.
You are attacking.
Yeah, the guy.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
actually, what can I like heal and attack, or I can do one?
You can do one or the other. But there was one holding its action, standing in the shadow next to you, and he's going to attack you from the shadows. Cast touch, so melee touch attack.
But I haven't done anything yet.
I know. All you had to do was declare that you were making the action.
Okay.
21 versus your touch AC.
Fuck, 15.
All right. So he will do 22 necrotic damage to you.
What the fuck is necrotic damage?
It's just magic damage, basically. It's specifically
So I'm
necrotic
done.
damage.
So
If you-
I'm
As
done.
he- As he
What the fuck?
he reaches towards your back, and like as he touches your back, you feel icy pain just reach through you, but you can still act.
Can't I like reflexively stab him or something?
Yeah, dude, go ahead. Just roll 1d20 plus your 2 dagger attacks. I think you've got a plus 13 and then a plus 11 or something.
Plus 13 and plus 8.
Yep. So just roll both of them, and we'll just do damage total.
Fuck. These are
That would
shit
miss.
roll. These are rookie numbers. These are not good.
That will hit.
20.
So roll 1d4
Um.
plus 2. And do you have any poison equipped to your dagger at the moment?
No, it's not equipped, but I do have poison.
But either way,
but
just
I
roll
didn't-
1d4 plus 2 then.
D4 plus what? Plus
2.
Plus 2. 6.
So you do 6 damage as you stab back at him after he comes out of the wall. NPCs will go Priscilla is going to do mass healing word on everyone.
Sweet.
She's going to extend that range. So everyone heals 14 damage.
Yay.
So I'm up to 66.
Yep, the bright radiant light is just starting to resonate throughout the whole battlefield.
Root.
And then you just hear Bull go, Aphromat! He is going to use Battle Cry. He's going to use Inspiration 1. Everyone is going to be in that range. So for the next 4 turns, everyone gets a +1 to all actions.
That's awesome.
And back up to the top with Jacqueline.
I'm going to cast my alchemist spell of fire breath at the shadow that paralyzed Boris.
All right.
It
so
needs
that
to
would
make a
be
DC 17.
Okie dokie, and that's a reflex check.
Yep. I believe so.
Doesn't he get a flanking bonus too? I mean, if the guy is looking at Sans, then
Actually, if
it's
she moves
probably-
around a little bit behind him, yeah, she could potentially get that. So I'll just go ahead and award that. So he'll actually have a -2 on his reflex save, also because he's grappling someone. So
Alrighty.
we will go
Let me
ahead and
double
have him
check
roll.
the exact wording on that.
He rolled a 1.
Heh,
Full damage.
there it is. So this is a cone area of effect.
Sans, go ahead and roll me a reflex check, please.
Alrighty.
Goes out 15
Since you're getting
feet.
since he's getting nicked by it.
Oh, and I believe, Blood Sanctuary. Due to power of blood, Blood Ranger can stand confidently, blah, blah, blah. He gains a +2 bonus on saving throws against spells that he or an ally casts. Yay, cool.
Oh hell yeah!
Sweet. So you need to beat a 17.
yeah, Sans, we believe in you.
Oh yeah. So Sans will only take half, and the shadow will take full.
That was wrong buttons. No plus. 15 points of fire damage.
All right, Sans, you will take 7 points of fire damage,
hmm
and the shadow will take a full, and the shadow just gets incinerated.
Yay.
All right, bad guy's turn. Everyone, roll me a fortitude check as he uses Screech. DC 14.
Fortitude. Oh,
Fortitude.
what is the screech exactly?
It's a sonic attack.
Oh shit. My fortitude suck.
Oh, shit. Okay, hang on. So that was a 2 with a +10. That should be a +13 because I was looking at my normal sheet and on my rage sheet.
Oh, okay. 23. I'm good. I'm good.
Either way, so Sans is okay. Christine is okay, so you guys will just take half damage. Jacqueline,
What was the save? I'm sorry.
EC 14. Fortitude.
Fortitude. Which is my least amount. Yay.
Oh, wow, yeah. So pretty much everyone only takes half. So I'll go ahead and roll it off here. So everyone go ahead and take a measly 6. Everyone takes 6
damn.
sonic damage, and because everyone succeeded, no other effects, so just 6 sonic damage.
Alrighty.
So I'm at 60 health.
Yep, so baddies are going to keep attacking your party and failing. Sans, you're up.
Alrighty. What is tactical overview?
There are two coming near you within charging distance, and then there are the ones fighting your party, and that seems to be all that's left now.
There's two coming near me.
Yeah. Like they're kind of rushing at you in terms of battle time.
Oh, can I just use my breath weapon?
You may. They need to roll a reflex, correct?
Yes.
All right.
The reflex save is equal to 10 plus half your blood ranger level plus your constitution modifier. So that's 5, so 15. And then 15 plus 6, so 21.
So the one on the right manages to dodge out of the way, and he only takes half. But the one on the left takes full damage. So go ahead and roll damage.
Alrighty. $34.
So the one on the left just gets turned into a solid thing of ice as you just breathe your ice breath right at his face. And then the other one, even the one that only took half damage, half of its body gets covered in ice and it just bursts into shadow.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yay.
So you have a movement action left.
Where are there more enemies?
There are now, the only enemies that are left are now the ones fighting the other NPCs, and it looks like they're getting whittled down pretty well.
Well, I'll start moving in that direction.
I'll go ahead and wrap it up here because these guys are just failing. So you charge forth,
Miserably.
and you guys basically just wipe the floor with them from this point.
Sweet.
You succeed in destroying all the shadows. Combat is over.
Hooray.
Yay.
Can I now heal?
You may ask Priscilla for some heals, yeah?
Oh, I have the wand. But if she's
Oh, yeah,
gonna
you-
give
yes,
it
you-
free.
That's what
You
I
have
forgot
wand.
to ask. How many healing potions was I able to make and
Dose.
bring with us? 2?
Dose.
Alrighty.
Yeah, since
So,
there was no declared
uh,
potion,
Yeah.
no declared potion, but you said you were doing some, I just defaulted to 2.
Alrighty. Those are moderates or
Moderates.
okay.
What is the one that I have?
You have Cure Light. You have a wand of Cure Light, which has I think 50 charges.
50 charges, yeah, but how much each charge heals?
Give me one moment. I have the spell somewhere. Wrong class. At least I thought I had it. There it is.
Yeah,
It's
both stats are fucking
1d8
comatose.
plus 1 per caster level to a maximum of 5.
Right, so that will be 1d8 plus 1 for you, Serena.
1? Why 1?
Because you made it a
Oh.
default level.
Oh, yeah,
You
you're
bought
right.
it at the bare base level. So yeah, it's 1d8 plus 1.
Oh.
Which is
Mm.
pretty good for a decent little wand there.
Well, I figured
Okay,
it goes off of
wait.
the caster that made the item.
It usually does, but she bought it. So I just went with the default, and she didn't say she wanted to buy it or whatnot. She also wanted to buy the cheapest one that there was. So it was
Well, I
default
didn't
level.
have enough money for the other one. Jeez.
Yep.
These shits are expensive, you know.
So go ahead and roll 1d8
so-
plus 1.
The 8.
As you just point the wand at yourself and you go, Vika banana.
7.
So you heal 7 hit points.
That doesn't do shit.
Well, the thing is, you've got 50 charges. Now you've got 49, so you can just keep flicking it. There's
Yeah,
no
that's
limit.
what I'll do.
So
Okay,
you
so
wanna
now.
flip again?
Yeah, so now. No, I'll go to Priscilla. Fuck it.
All right, Priscilla will heal you for. She's only got some lights left, so.
I have a question about temporary health.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm raging, I have 180 health. But
Yes.
then when I stop raging, I have 150.
Yes.
I took 39 damage, right? So
Mhm.
I'm trying to figure out
How it transfers.
how it yeah, exactly. So if I
So
stop
what-
raging,
So basically, what happens is when you rage, you gain an extra set of hit points that gets taken down first, almost like an aura that gets taken down
right?
before you start taking actual damage.
Okay. So if I stopped at 149 and then I stopped raging, then I would have only technically taken 1 hit point.
That's
Exactly.
correct.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Okay, so how much am I healing?
You healed 10.
And
From-
I
from
healed
Priscilla.
13.
That's 77. It's still not enough. Fuck. So I'll keep rolling.
Okay, you flick the wand back at yourself again.
Because 77 isn't enough.
Oh, you're fine, but whatever.
I don't know what else is coming.
Okay,
So
you heal another
82.
5.
And
82. Let's do
I-
another.
And I'm drinking
Mm.
both of my potions that I made earlier.
Alright.
There's the second one. The exact same thing.
Plus 8. Okay, I'm at 90 health. I think I'll stop. And I've used 3 charges, right? So I'm at 47. I should be making notes of that. Brandon, make a note for me that I'm at 90 health and 47 charges.
Alrighty. Okie dokie. So, combat seems to be over. You guys go to investigate the house.
Yes.
I'll go first. I'll go first.
and-
I'll go first.
Mhm.
I have to
So
check for
Serena-
traps.
Go ahead and roll me a perception.
And from behind, I will
Hey.
be doing detect magic in case
Yeah,
there's
I have
any
don't I
magical
have a
traps.
thing for traps detecting? Wait, where did I see that? In your perception, trap finding +5 to locate traps. So I'm going to be at +18, right?
Yes. So, Jacqueline, yeah, there's a pretty decent magical source coming from inside the cabin.
How recent?
21. What the fuck, man? What the fuck kind of rolls are these?
I'll be right back.
Water.
Mm.
Oh, this little fluffy monster is so cute. Hello, fluffy monster. How are you?
Alright. So, yeah, you see one trap and you successfully disarm it.
Don't I need
There
to
was-
roll for the disarming?
No, it's okay. I'll say that you see it and you can just take 10 on it. And it looked
I'm-
like there was a little tripwire.
And I'm taking the full 3 rounds to get the strength and location of the magical aura that I'm detecting.
The magical aura is necromancy and adjuration, and it's strong.
Okay.
But where did it come from?
Inside
Well-
the house, I'm guessing.
As you go into the house, Serena, since you're the first one in and the rest of your comrades are kind of backing you up outside, you go in and you see a man standing. He's an older gentleman. He kind of has, kind of gray hair, gray beard. Looks very weathered. Looks like he's in his 70s. Best way I can describe him is he kind of looks like Gandalf.
Goddamn wizard, where's my weed?
He looks up and he kind of looks up and he sees you two coming. He's like, "You heretics! You've ruined everything."
I'm gonna side look at Zachling I'm like, hmm. The fuck
May I
is
ask
takes-
what we exactly ruined?
The birth of a god, and he takes a pinch of phosphor and he squelches it into his hands, and he casts.
Spellcraft?
Something.
Do you want to try and counterspell?
Yes.
Okay, so you'll cast counterspell, and you're going to roll spellcraft versus spellcraft here.
And I'm gonna try to
And
roll
And it's
out.
1d20 plus spellcraft, correct?
Yes.
Can I roll out of the way?
He's not attacking you.
Okay.
Beat that motherfucker!
Well, he botched, so he's not going to win. So he tries to cast Dimensional Door, and you're just
And
like...
I just tap
you're
my
just like-
staff on the ground and just go like, nope.
He looks at you wide-eyed like, what the fuck? So he is going to get really pissed off. And you remember that scene in Lord of the Rings where Gandalf and Saruman are fighting with their staves?
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
immediately going to throw his staff towards you, and this will be a Force Blast attack. Range touch.
Counterspell is considered a first level.
Yeah, but you did just cast Counterspell on that.
Yeah.
And this is also an attack. It's usually against magical effects.
Ah.
can
although
I
I
try
think
and
you can.
roll
I'll-
behind him?
So you're going to roll yourself into the wave of the attack?
No, out of the way,
Away.
but so that I can land behind him.
Roll me acrobatics to see if you can kind of get out of this jumble, because it's not a big doorway.
Mm.
Yeah, Jared just literally kicked the shit out of him with that
Spellcraft, yeah.
thing, because he botched. So he's like...
I still
he's-
got mage armor on, so I'm still at a 19.
I got a 24.
Yeah, you're able to get out of the way.
Unless if it does touch.
This is a touch.
Does mage armor increase touch or just all AC?
Um,
Is it every single AC?
I'm not sure, but I'll count this as a projectile, so I'll say that misses.
Okay.
It hits you square on, but your mage armor is like sturdy enough that you
Uh-huh.
just kind of shrug it off.
Puny old man.
To which I will cast Thunderbolt on his ass.
Okay.
Ranged touch attack, which was for my wizard part. A +8.
I'd rather we take him in alive.
I don't think he's going in alive at this point.
Oh no.
Not to mention the attack has already been declared, so
Okay. In that
And
case,
plus,
I
if he
want
had
him.
enough power to summon all those shadows, he can probably survive a thunderbolt.
so ironically that misses.
Really? No
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, because
can
so
I do something?
go ahead. He rolls to the side.
What I want to try? Can I coat my shit with that sleep potion?
You have quick
Poison.
So,
What?
Bot
Go ahead.
and Serena. Regardless of whether you hit, all creatures within 15 feet of the target, including the target itself, must succeed on a fortitude save or be deafened
That's
for
right.
1 minute.
Okay. I remember that spell now.
What spell is that? The one you just cast?
Thunderbolt.
Yeah, roll a fortitude. So he failed.
Why?
he's
Why are you such a bitch? Why are you such a bitch? I'm there, and
The
you're.
dude
doing-
tried to cast magic at me, so I'm fucking him over.
Yeah, but I'm.
Hey,
in the
I'm being
vicinity.
affected as well. I knew
Uh,
exactly what I was doing.
Okay, no one else is in
Yeah,
the range,
fuck-
so it's,
Tw-
it's
tw-
just
21.
yeah. So you're
It
fine.
would
Anyway.
be 17.
Yep, everyone's fine except for the guy. So it worked out. Once again,
Okay,
you pound your staff
so-
into the ground, and a thundering boom just echoes through the woods.
Well, I want to coat my dagger with the sleep potion that he has.
Okay, roll to go and stab him.
And yeah.
And I'm gonna call over Boris. We're gonna need help in case this guy doesn't go down quick. Keep him
Alrighty.
alive if possible.
I walk inside.
So, as Christine walks up and stabs him with the coated blade, he looks at Christine as at Serena as she stabs him, and he just says "F it," and he snaps his fingers, and
Oh,
you
God,
see
it's Thanos.
now that there's a lot of cuts on his arms, and there's a lot of blood, and he's also standing in a magic circle.
Blood mage. Fantastic.
So he snaps his fingers, and he literally explodes into blood. And Jacqueline, Serena, and Boris are painted red as he explodes.
I'm not a black door.
I feel like I just
And,
walked into an ink sack. I'm just like,
Did
oh
I
yeah, okay,
just-
I'll come help.
Waste
Oh god,
my fucking
It's-
poison
No,
so I can be covered in
will,
blood.
I will not have you waste your poison. You still have your poison
Okay.
containers. You can also always
Yeah.
craft them later. Stop whining.
I'm always whining. That's what I
Whining.
do.
Whiner.
She's
So
very conservative.
he explodes into blood, and now that everything is getting scattered, you see the magic circle glowing, and you feel, Jared, since you've still got Detect Magic up,
Hmm.
there is destructive magic coming.
Everybody out.
Okay. I'm rolling out.
So you all roll out the door, and it's like a classic scene from an action movie where everyone goes, run, and then the whole house just explodes.
Are we thrown by the blast and yet still safe from damage?
There is going to be a save for this. Everyone roll a reflex save, but it is only DC 12, so don't botch.
So basically,
So botch. So Serena will only take half.
will you give me bonus
Mother-
XP if
Motherfucker,
I
bot, you
choose
jinxed
to
me.
watch?
Oh my god. Wow, that's impressive,
Well,
guys.
I have 22.
Bot, you had to jinx it.
Oh.
I also want to roll acrobatics so I can do something cool.
I'm just gonna say everyone's thrown, and any damages you take is minor.
Okay.
Brandon.
Because well,
It's
you
an
guys are
action
gonna
movie. It's
You guys
action
are gonna.
movie
You guys,
time.
the thing is, you guys are gonna heal immediately afterwards, so I'm not gonna be that cruel to you. So yeah, you guys are all thrown, except for Boris, who is just mildly annoyed by
I
the
stand
explosion.
there. She goes, everyone out, and he just stands there,
He
holds out his
just
arms, and
grunts
goes,
and
Boris-
becomes the meat shield.
He's just like, everyone run. Boris is like, huh? And then it's just, Boris is like, what happened?
So he experienced 2 shockwaves in the span of 6 seconds. First was one of blood, the other was one of fire.
So, as the explosion happens and smoke starts to rise from the woods, our scene takes us to a very fancy carriage pulling up to the Inquisition headquarters. Open the gates. The carriage comes and kind of goes into the main courtyard area of the headquarters at the main manor. And you see a lot of servants come out, and a couple of them says, Miss Violet, welcome to the Inquisition.
Thank you, darlings. My possessions I will be taking in myself.
Of course. Right now, a few of the high Inquisitors are out on a current task, but they should be back as soon as they can. Until then, you may have any discussions you wish with any higher-up members. Your quarters have been prepared. All personal customizations are, of course, up to you, milady. Once again, welcome to the Inquisition.
Thank you very much. And she will kind of just like walk past them with luggage and such to her appointed room. She doesn't like things being appointed. She likes making things to her own, designs, but it will have to do for now.
Indeed, and the room has been placed to your specifications. I mean, it's
Good.
pretty much exactly as you requested, and you are in one of the main manors of the kind of city area of the Inquisition now that it's spread out as big as it is. It's no longer just a castle.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Yeah, so she will get to work kind of placing things around the room to make sure that it is perfect. It needs to be perfect. She is kind of miffed off at the fact that these, important people were not there to greet her in person. But, that's okay. It will be remembered. It will be noted. She will make sure that all of her more private possessions are well hidden and out of accidental reach. So if you wanted to go get them, you need to want to get them. And then, if you do, she can be like, well, you can't just accidentally unlock something, go through this, and that, and then so happen to stumble on this.
It's a bomb. No.
Yeah, it's a bomb. She will she will request a bath to be drawn for her.
Easy enough.
But it must be milk and honey.
Oh Jesus!
And she will need people
Okay, Queen Bee.
She will
Milk
need
from Andressa's tits.
she'll need people to sponge her skin down as well as she just lays there and they do it for
Of course,
her.
typical noble fashion. Pretty much anything you request, you can get at this point.
Perfect.
You also do notice that as they give you your bath and you go through all the motions of what being wealthy entitles nowadays. Eventually, as you're done and you put the robe on and you're getting ready to go through some paperwork and whatnot, because the Inquisition has hired you as a diplomat and et cetera, basically whatever the best things you're at is what they've hired you for. And they're offering to pay a lot. They're also quite powerful allies. Not to mention, you have done a little bit of work with Liliana in the past. So it's someone you can at least rely on.
Yeah.
So win-win-win. And you do see that after you're done doing some of your notes and taking down, contacts, people you're going to be speaking with in the land, and people that may be coming here to the Inquisition to actually talk with you as well, you notice that there is a raven perched in your windowsill, and it seems to have a little piece of paper on its leg.
Well, she'll go over, and even though it is an animal, she'll kind of close up that robe area up to the higher point of her neck, almost to her chin area. Eyes are watching; they could always be watching, and she will
always scry.
Exactly. So she'll take that note and kind of give it a. Actually, would she touch a lesser creature? No, she'll just nod.
Raven nods back at you and then flies away.
Yep, that's why I closed my blouse. I will read it. I will go to my specific reading area and read it.
Yep, it is coded. It's from Lily. So you get out your decoder and you go through all the process. And
to the naked eye, it's like, oh, hello, dear, blah, 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 blah.
Exactly.
But it's probably like, we need to kill this person.
Like, if you ever watch the Sherlock Holmes movie with Robert Downey Jr., the way him and his brother code things is pretty much how it's
right. Yeah.
It basically says that there was a problem in Redcliffe with the nobility. And there was a incident that happened where one of the nobles has, unfortunately, due to unforeseen circumstances, although after being informed with this letter, you found out that it was due to magical means, has unfortunately passed away. And now, unfortunately, even though the king is still appointed, the queen is still appointed, there is quite a bit of dispute amongst who should be appointed to the new master of coins, so to speak. And she would like you to either go to Redcliffe or have them come here. Either way, they'll be willing to do it. And kind of start to settle the matter. And she also wants you to do a small investigation on a particular family in Redcliffe that she suspects of basically treason and selling information and weapons to the Qunari that have just declared war not too long ago on Ferelden. So, yeah, a little bit of war conspiracy
What is that
going on.
family's name called?
Let me get it up for you, and I will type it to you so I don't forget like an idiot like I usually do.
Why is your chair so squeaky, man?
That is the
Look
family.
like you did 40 this shit.
Visarion is the family name.
Oh, okay. Do I know of this family, being that I am quite...
Roll me knowledge nobility, which I know you have.
I do. $19. They're Ferelden.
Yep. They're definitely Ferelden. You also know a little bit that actually 19 is pretty decent. You know that they've been around a long time, and during the Fifth Blight, when the hero of Ferelden came to Redcliffe to settle some disputes, their family was one that voted against his requisition, and they also voted against the queen.
Very
Because
interesting.
Because in this particular, in this world setting I have, Alistair is not king. It is what's-her-face.
Yeah.
And Nora.
And Nora, thank you.
Voted against Hero of Ferelden and voted against the current queen.
Yes. They are in opposition to the changes that happened in Redcliffe during the Fifth Blight.
Okay. Do I know of any scandals, or is that the limit that I know of?
I'll say if you take a little bit of time to research, yes, there is a couple scandals going on. And you can go ahead and write this down. The Visiri family, supposedly, is trying to interlope with, let me get their name out, the Basaran family. And the youngest son of Viserion is trying to interlope with the youngest daughter of Basaran. And they do not like it because this is literally a... the best way I can describe this is literally a Montague and Capulet situation.
Yeah, I was gonna
The
say, is this
families,
Romeo and Juliet thing?
Romeo and Juliet. Families hate each other. Youngest,
This can
eldest
work.
son, eldest daughter
I can make
want
this
to be
work.
together. But there is a little bit more of a scandal.
Oh, tell me more.
Well, the Basaran family's okay. They have not voted against the queen. They haven't done anything off or whatnot. But they have Dalish in their blood. They have a few... a lot of the higher ups in the family actually have some Dalish in their family, which they try to painstakingly hide because the families around them are, well, let's face it, racist.
Oh, for sure.
And yeah, the Visarion family is highly racist against them. And they have found out that the daughter in the Visarion family is part Dalish. Basically,
Okay.
kind of like Alistair, she's half elf.
What's her name?
Her name is, go ahead and bring it up.
And is she like the prized daughter, or is she just a daughter?
She is the prized daughter because she will be next in line for some stuff.
She's worth at least 4 goats.
Yeah.
Pamela Basaran.
Pamela Basaran.
Mhm.
Okay.
And basically, from what Lily's told you as well, is that there are some noble families in Redcliffe hiring out to a assassin guild, or so to speak. They don't really know much. Lily's doing her best she can, but these guys are apparently really good. The only thing that we know about this guild, supposedly, is that they wear gray cloaks.
Is
Like,
that
they
matching
have
the
a
description
distinguished-
of the man that was after my possessions?
Yes. Hey, what do you know? There was a guy in gray cloak that tried to break into your room.
There you go. Now you're saying Visarin contacted them, or
No, these are the V's. The V's are the guys who have been rumored to be working with the gray cloaks. At least rumored. The Basarans basically, in terms of scandals or bad things, have almost nothing on their record.
the V's are working with Grey Cloaks?
Yeah, yeah. The Vrians basically are trying to just F everyone because they're dicks. They're also the ones that just lost the Master of Coins, so now they are desperately trying to get someone put back because a certain player in the party, who I will not name,
Yep.
stabbed him in the face. So
Okay.
Damn it, Serena.
So I know a little bit about the Viserion. Can I make another nobility roll for Basaran
Of course you may.
to get a bit more info on them? I may not be, the whole slicey, bashy. My battlefield is right here at my table. Okay.
I take it you're already plotting, and yes, you can send ravens and do things.
29.
Excellent. Even if for whatever reason you can't bring nobles to here in the thing or go to Redcliffe yourself, you can always do the classic, scheming letters, long distance warfare thing.
Pamela Basaran, who's that? Is that the mother?
That's the daughter.
That's the. Oh, okay.
That's the prize daughter.
I
Sorry, Pamela.
wrote down.
She's the half Dalish one.
I said Hamela.
Pamela. So yeah, you know that they have been around a long time as well. They were on the side of the hero of Ferelden. They were on the opposing side. They also are older than the other family. And yeah, it looks like their roots actually go back to one of the first families that, although not publicly, was one of the first families to accept Dalish into their family. In other words, like they were one of the first to
Like servants?
Servants and nobility.
Handmaidens? Okay.
Yeah. So they were the first to allow that, and they did it in secret. They were one of the first families to kind of not be racist and do more than just humans in their family. So they were kind of looked at. Eventually, after it was found out, they were kind of looked down on, and they lost a lot of power since then. But then when the hero of Ferelden kind of cleaned things up, Redcliffe has been kind of stepping back up, but
About
it hasn't.
Hero of
It still
Ferelden.
hasn't.
Clearly a hot topic, and everyone would have been speaking. I'm sure legends and songs have been named after this.
Oh,
individual,
already? Definitely, yeah.
for sure.
He's actually at the Inquisition with you right now.
Oh, it's a he. Okay. And is he Dalish? Is he a dwarf? Is he human? Kunari?
Oh yeah, I'll go ahead and give you the characters.
Okay.
The current lead
Ferelden couldn't be Kunari.
the current lead Inquisitors, in other words, the main character of Dragon Age Inquisition, I have as a Dalish wizard. His sister, who is another player character, is the kind of second in command Inquisitor who runs kind of the player Inquisition.
Yep.
She is also Dalish and a wizard.
Okay.
Sarah Hawk is a female, and she fights with basically a big glaive, and she's basically a monk or whatnot, and she's basically a martial Sarah Hawk. She's a fighter, basically.
Yep.
And the hero of Ferelden is a male human, and he has found what he thinks to be the cure for the dark blood thing that was going on.
Okay. And what is he?
And
Rogue.
he's a fighter, shield and sword.
Fighter. Okay. Now, do I know if he has any relations with the Dalish, be that romantically or otherwise?
That you're not entirely sure unless you start talking with him. The way I've set the campaign up, the hero of Ferelden, Sarah Hawk, and the Inquisition character have not romanced anyone or have been romanced. So officially, all characters are up for grabs to the other players if anyone wants to romance and do that. But he has not made any open declarations of that. But if you go and talk to him, you might actually find something.
Okay. So that's great. Basarian. Yep. Got them. Basaran. Yep. We were speaking about the Basaran. So they have Dalish blood. The prize daughter, Pamela Basaran, is in love. Let's be generous. And who is the name? What is
I
the
will-
name of the son?
I'm getting the name.
And I'm assuming also prized son.
Yep, he's also Price's son. And I apologize, Jared. His name is Jared.
Jared. Okay, he's
Well, it is a very common name.
Oh, is it known if he is?
Very
No,
common name, especially in Ferelden.
yeah. I was gonna ask if there's like any rumors about him being a mage or anything like kind of scandalous about that, but I probably need to speak a little bit with them. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not entirely sure.
Not sure yet.
Sure yet.
Okay. I will okay, so I will get dressed in my my Orlesian attire. Surprise, I'm from Orlais. Who would have guessed? And I will have a servant of the Inquisition go fetch me not fetch. Ask if the hero of Ferelden would be willing to have some. What time is it right now in game?
Well, let's see. You'd be arriving at
Time
high
for tea.
noon.
High noon. Then in that case, the servant go fetch the hero of Ferelden and ask him if he would like to have some lunch and tea.
Of course, my lady. Anything else?
If they do agree, let them know that I will be holding this lunch in the gardens.
Of course, my lady. And you actually know this that there is a very nice area that actually has been done, and it's a very beautiful set of gardens. Apparently, Morgan really expanded on that area she was in, and it's really nice. It's actually almost kind of it's out of place in this area. Like, it's a nice castle and a nice town that's been set up here, but this is extravagant. Like, this has gone out of proportion. Like roses, flowers, and all over the place, and it's expanded from what it was. So it's quite large as well. So it is a very beautiful and nice place here.
Perfect place for a rave.
Interestingly enough, in the middle of the garden, kind of the hedge maze, if you will, there are 3 shrines. And I'll just tell you to take 10 on religion because you're that good at it.
Yep.
There is one to the Maker, one to the old gods, and one to the miners of the mountains. In other words, the god that made the dwarves.
Interesting.
Yeah, thank you.
Paragons,
Yes.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Okay. That I will go immediately into entertainer mode. Like, this is my shit right now. I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna set up a table, I'm gonna get some teacups and the kettle, and have the cooks make something sweet but not too sweet, and something savory but not too salty, and go into full mode.
Full micromanagement right
Oh
now.
yeah, like full on. And then she's gonna be like, "Wait, I need to get my instruments." And then she goes into her room and she'll get her musical instruments because I know
OCD at the ass.
She's what? Oh, OCD, yeah, for sure. You have to be in Orlais, otherwise you're fucking killed.
So,
She's gonna go and get her musical instrument.
You get your musical instrument, you get everything ready. You are professional at this, so you're getting it done rather effectively. You also notice that right around this time is when the players are suffering a boom. Oh, I'm sorry, I meant boon, not boom.
A boom.
No, it was a boom. Sorry. Anyway, your dagger. You notice that as you're setting everything up, you're almost done. Your dagger's like, that didn't feel too good.
What is the matter?
I felt a ripple through the veil. That was not fun, milady. It appears to be far away and of no threat, but that was powerful.
Will you be all right?
Yeah, I'll be okay. Doesn't look like any magical effects or backlash happen near us. Should be all right.
Just to be safe, I will polish you and anoint you with cloves later. I know how much you like that.
The dagger seems to, you can't really see that it doesn't have a face, obviously, and it even doesn't have a expression.
It blushes.
But you swear, if you look down at this thing, it's like if it had a face, it would be just giving you that look of rolled eyes and like.
So horny.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she shoves it into people all the time.
I mean, yeah. But yeah, she's gonna like
Just
go
as
into like
good as in
micromanage, like, you know, panic mode. But like by the time that someone's around, she looks like completely relaxed and like, oh, I didn't expect you to be here, kind of thing. Even though she knows full well.
And we'll get to that scene in a moment. And now our camera will pan back to the ash-covered and burnt and smoking woods. There's so much smoke and ash and just everything flowing around. Even some of the trees and whatnot are on fire and kind of catching, but they're starting to kind of blow out. But the explosion was also so big, it blew a hole up through the canopy, so now there's light coming down into that vast little crevice or crater now that there's, you know, a house in. And our
So we're
camera now
covered in
pans.
blood and ash.
Yeah, our camera now pans to Boris just sitting there like, huh? And then Jacqueline and Serena getting up out of the ash with all of it, you know, falling off and whatnot, and just as you move, just massive amounts of ash and cinder and whatnot just kind of fall off you.
Yeah, I have a very disgusted expression on my face.
You see, Boris is like his entire front side.
How do you think?
As Boris turns
Caked
around,
in black.
he is just caked
Well,
in like black
okay,
soot.
so here's what happens, right? I walk in, blood explodes all over me, right? So now I'm covered in blood. Then there's a large fiery explosion. What happens when large heat hits blood? Well, it basically cooks onto you. So I have cooked blood and soot covering the entire front half of my body.
Yup.
Boris
Yeah.
now looks pitch black. It's actually kind of creepy because I think your eyes are red or silver. I can't remember, Sans. Oh yeah, so even worse. So yeah, so against that pitch black silhouette, you just see two glowing red eyes just standing there looking back at you guys. Like, huh? And everyone seems to be okay. Did we win?
Okay isn't the right word here. We're covered in grimy and yucky stuff.
Could I cast summon small water elemental
You may.
to clean stuff off and make sure none
I mean,
of the fire spreads?
If you want something simpler, you can just use prestidigitation.
Oh,
Cantrip.
prestidigitation
Yeah,
does that?
Yeah, prestidigitation is everything, dude.
I thought it was just like sound and lights.
It can do so much, dude.
Yeah,
if you
sound,
actually-
lights,
Will
cleaning.
it throw water on me?
Prestidigitation
No, I'm cleaning
basically-
off Boris and taking
No, I
out all
refuse.
the
I don't want to be
fire.
cleaned off. It looks cool.
I want to be cleaned off. Then fuck Boris and clean me, Jesus.
Oh, that's
So
cleaning
Jacqueline,
so hard.
you cast prestidigitation on Serena and
Yep.
yourself, and you are both spotless. Like someone just went over you with soap.
Well, that's very useful. Thank you, Jacqueline.
You see a couple figures kind of come out of the smoke, and you see Colin kind of coughing. Everyone okay? As he kind of waves away the smoke and whatnot.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but now we got
Well.
something to terrify any humans or any of the mortal races we go up against.
He looks over at Boris, and he's like, "Boris, are you all right?"
Can it? He lifts up his arm and smells at his armpit and looks
I
back
have
down
a
and goes,
question.
"Yeah, I'm
I have a
fine."
question. Is the backside of his ass burned? Is his
No,
butt
here's-
visible?
No. Here's the thing about Sans.
God damn it.
He's wearing leather armor and whatnot. His butt's not visible, but the front of him got charred and the back of him didn't. So his
think
whole
of
front-
Tom and Jerry when Tom blows
Yeah, like
something up and
a
it just blows up
cartoon,
in his
yeah.
face.
Yeah.
Colin kind of looks up and he's like, "Well, let's investigate, see if we can't find any clues as to maybe what the hell was going on here." So
Well,
everyone starts digging and looking around.
Blood
be careful,
magic?
Colin. That was a blood mage.
Up, he kind of looks. He looks at you and he's like, "Oh," and he steps back a little bit. He has Lyria come over and do some stuff.
Must have been a weak.
I
blood
help
mage.
her.
He
Yep, you and
exploded.
Lyria both kind of wave your staves over the area, and
I'd
Yeah,
be
you-
sure to check the veil.
you also see that Lyria's got a really nice looking bow on her back. And as you both kind of wave your hands over the area, you can detect there is no more magic here. However, after scrounging around through the items and everyone kind of looks around and digs through things and whatnot, eventually, through Detect Magic, you guys find a chest that has not been destroyed in the explosion. It's actually covered in soot and ash, but you guys kind of dust it off.
Is it locked? Is it locked?
It is locked.
Yes!
Do I have knock?
Fuck
do
you,
you have
Jacqueline!
Just to fuck with her. Just do I have knock?
Okay, actually,
Which I don't.
You don't.
Can I hit the lock really hard?
Now
So-
let
Yeah,
the
I want
rogue
the lock
do her
pick. I want
piece.
the lock
I know.
pick.
I know, Serena. Go ahead and roleplay it, because Boris is about to smash the chest into pieces.
The role I have is a disabled device.
Yes.
That's to do locks and whatnot.
Okay.
Locks and traps.
Well, I'll motion to Boris to stay back, because if you smack it, maybe it will
My sword
explode.
is
We
my
don't
sword is
know.
just like hovering in the air. I'm holding it up and I'm going. I'm staring down at her. I'm going. Why?
Because we don't want another explosion that might throw us all into the state of unconsciousness.
Also, we don't want whatever is in there to be destroyed. Now, back off, please, and let the adults do the work. Wait, what was the number again? Fuck.
Sans make three rage attack actions against Serena. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I'm just.
Oh, come on, 19. Is that enough?
Yeah, you do manage to get the chest open, but
Ah, I didn't check for traps.
yeah, oops. You go to pick the lock and you click it open, and you're like, "Hey, I got it!" And then this little puff of gas hits you in the face,
Let the
and
adults-
Oh, shit.
and take okay. So take 4 poison damage, and for the next hour, you are poisoned.
Let the
What does
adults
that
do the
mean?
work, she said.
Yeah, Serena kind of goes. You guys see Serena go down, and she starts picking at the lock, and it clicks open, and you see the little top of the chest kind of open up just a little bit, and then she's like, "I got it," and then you just hear this little psss as gas just blows in her face, and then she starts coughing.
It could be
Well, if
trapped, she
Boris
said.
didn't do that thing, I would be able to. Oh, see, that's why you shouldn't be stressing me out. And she's gonna walk out, pretty much, because that's just pissed.
I see. She didn't even check the contents of the chest. What's in the chest?
So you open the chest, and it's another chest. No, I'm just kidding. You open it up, and it seems to be some parchments, like letters or notes.
Oh,
And
reading.
Okay,
I give it to
okay, I'll
Jacqueline.
come back in. Is it
And,
coded? Is it coded?
He literally just like picks up the chest, gives it to Jacqueline, and goes, reading.
Yes, the letters are highly coded, it seems.
Okay.
There is also some stuff you'll find in there, because there's magic coming from this chest.
Well, I gather up all the papers and hand them to Serena
Mhm.
and look for whatever magic is in there.
All right.
I
You guys
don't
find-
I don't remember what we used the other time for codes.
Don't worry,
I would-
we'll get that. We'll get
I
to
would
that.
say linguistics because it is
Yes, that is
somewhat
correct.
linguistics.
Not to mention, unbeknownst to you guys now have a professional linguist at the position. So we'll do
well,
that.
I know a bunch
Oh.
of different languages.
Jacqueline.
I only know Elvish and the common,
Ouch.
So go ahead, Boris.
but bitch,
Boris.
not everyone was born into privilege. Okay, I was a poor bastard.
I was born on a farm and then taken to a circle. Your point?
Boris pushes his hand into
Still better
Serena's
than a
face
poor
because she
bastard.
keeps talking, and he goes over to Jacqueline. There's a hand in front of your face now, Serena. And he goes, Jacqueline, do you know how to read magic?
I do.
So then, why explain to me the rune circle that the mage was standing on? Why would he make a rune circle just to blow up?
Is it still there?
It's not there anymore. You have no idea.
And I don't have that specific skill to recall that information because of stress. I don't have that feat.
He kind of he sniffs a bit and he walks out. All right.
It's like that scene from Galaxy Quest. Serena's just sitting there talking. This is a big misunderstanding.
Fine, let's take these to Liliana.
Okay, magic item in the
So,
chest.
yeah.
What was it?
Magic items. Okay, Jared, you can look these up.
Sweet.
So you find one +1 dagger of invisibility, meaning the dagger itself goes invisible.
Interesting.
So you can go ahead and look up the cost of invisibility. It's basically the cost of invisibility potion and a +1 dagger. So that'll be a lot of money.
Yes.
You also find a ring that you have not identified.
Use
yeah, if
one
you
of
take-
my...
yep. That's okay. If you take 10, you can identify the ring. You're specialized at that. So you look at the ring. This is a ring of protection +1.
That I will put on my finger.
You put on your finger and you feel the magic flow through you.
Something tells me that this ring is gonna end up inside the Canary Lady.
Maybe. Anyway, Serena, as you kind of walk out and everyone's kind of starting to gather everything up, and you're all starting to head back to the Inquisition, you kind of stop and you put your hands on your knees and you cough more because you've got poison in the face. And you see a small green vial that's kind of thrust at you out of the side of your vision.
Small green vial.
Like a vial. Looks like a potion or something.
Is it full or empty?
It's full.
Do I want to touch it?
Well, it looks like a potion, and then you look up and you see he's holding it, and Colin's holding out a potion towards you. He's like, here, drink
Oh.
this. Should help with that.
Oh, thanks.
You take a swig of it, and you feel the poison kind of subside.
Hey, you didn't let me sniff it first. Come on. Never mind. Yeah, I'm depoisoned.
You also notice that it's giving you the cramps in the stomach.
Oh shit. This is gonna be painful.
Yeah, you're in for a rough night, Serena. But we did well. Let's head back.
Yeah, I'm gonna stumble back to my horse.
You all stumble back to your horses, and you proceed back to the Inquisition. Successfully. Let me go ahead and give awards for the mission, and then I'll get back to what's going on in the Inquisition. Everyone who participated in this mission gets 2,000 gold.
Woot.
Hooray.
Send that to me in PM.
Just a moment, I'm sending out PMs.
Damn it.
Yes, I'm loaded. Kinda.
All right.
Those ones are fucking
So-
expensive.
Oh,
Yep.
she thinks she's wealthy.
I love how, like, you know,
Dude.
A plus five, a plus 5 weapon is like millions and millions of gold. She gets like 2,000 gold. She's like, yay!
Dude, I'm a poor bastard. Okay,
Hey,
like
you know,
what
you
do
could
you want
hire
from
a
me?
single servant for like 20 years, you know?
All right. So you all proceed back. And you're heading back to the Inquisition.
Mm-hmm.
And now the camera will pan to the garden as a man in full plate armor comes around the bin, and he looks kind of
I
like
preferred the previous view.
Wait, what's his
And-
name? I can't see it all.
that. Ivan.
Oh,
That's what I named my first character.
is that
He
a
kinda
picture of Yvonne?
That's pretty darn close to how I had him. The hair is a little different, but that's close enough.
Alrighty.
So,
Wow, you want to fuck him too?
Miss Violette,
Fuck no.
you see the hero Ferelden come around the corner. And he gives a very polite bow. He says, "Milady, you cold?"
In my head, I'm just like, oh, he's trying. Like when he bows. I'm playing the harp, kind of just, you know, like waiting for him, and like I know he's there, but then I pretend to be shocked when he like.
Roll performance harp.
Sure. Do any of my things like work with this?
Yes, actually, you get a +2 additional for since you're using your specialized instrument.
Yes. So I've got 2 different kinds of perform.
It would be perform string instrument.
Okay,
+2.
and then +2. Okay. Mm-hmm. 31.
Okay, so yeah, like you know that Legend of Zelda song, you know, like the Song of Storms, everyone always has trouble playing on instruments. You're playing it on a freaking harp. And it's actually so mesmerizing and so amazing that even though your character obviously does not have magic, a very, very faint drizzle is now coming over the land.
A drizzle.
Not like a drizzle to like how can I best describe it? You know how on days when
To
it's
his
sunny,
pants.
but there's just like these little tiny drops of rain coming down here or there, but not really getting anything wet. It's just like kind of that perfect, like,
Aesthetic.
yeah, there you go, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. She hasn't experienced that before. It's the maker. It's all the maker.
And Ivan sits down and everything kind of proceeds very politely. And he looks and he says, "You called for me, my lady."
Yes, I did. First, allow me to say that it is an honor to be speaking with you. I know that you must hear it a lot, and it must get annoying sometimes. But truly, it is a gift you give me just for being here. How do you like your tea?
He specifically kind of describes he likes it very as close to aesthetic as you can get, so very raw, like very not much added. Basically, the water, leaves, and the herbs or whatnot, and basically just plain kind of jasmine or very, very, very ground to earth tea is what he likes.
Okay. Well, that's easy. She'll go through the motions of doing that, but as she's, you know, getting the leaves and doing all the stuff, she will be speaking as she's using the instruments, and say, "Oh, it is splendid weather we are having, and I must thank you and the others of the Inquisition for inviting me. I
He
have."
chuckles. He
There you
chuckles a bit, and he says, "Indeed, and I do apologize that we had to pull you away from the brilliance of the game, but your talents are most appreciated. And he kind of looks at you with a little bit of a smile because, as you know, he was very good friends with Morgan, and he's also been friends recently with Josephine, who have both had to go do that stuff. So,
Yeah. And Liliana, who comes from
Yep.
Orlando.
yep,
Yeah, so she just, gives a little bit of a giggle and says, "Oh, well, even the best of us need to take time and give back." And I will kind of give him the cup of tea. I have heard some things about some squabbles in Redcliffe. If it is not too much trouble, I was wondering if I could speak to you with a couple things.
of course. What would you like to know? It's been a while since I've been to Redcliffe, but that's not an experience I want to recreate. So,
No, of course not. I do respect the decisions that you made. Um, there is just some rather how do you say distressing things happening. Surely you remember a family at the Lands Meet. The Viserion, I believe, is their name.
yes, they were very outspoken against what I had to do there. They were
Yeah,
not appreciative. They were also enemies of my family before they were killed.
and I'm so sorry that is what has happened. I know loss, but I don't know your specific brand of loss, and for that I give you my sympathies.
You also see that behind him, that you only just now notice, there is a Mabari sitting off to the side, just kind of panting very gently, like,
He's the hero of Ferelden. The Ferelden likes Mabari, so she's going to go, "Oh, what a splendid hound you have! Such a warrior!
the dog looks at you and woof, like barks.
Oh, such a cute
Yeah.
little boy, girl.
Um, he's a boy.
No, such an adorable little thing. No, big thing. Yes."
His little stub that they have is just wagging back and forth at like Mach 7 speeds.
Super happy dog.
Yeah. Perhaps after our lunch, I can give him a couple of treats if he would
The,
like.
the dog barks. Like
Such
woof.
an intelligent dog. Well, then, let's not keep him waiting. I will cut right to the point. The family Viserion is still in lock with the Basaran family. But there is, just between you and me, a rather splendid scandal happening. They're both trying to conceal it, but we know that these things travel like wildfire. A daughter from Basaran and a son from Visiran. They have become quite smitten with one another. It is my goal to invite both Visaran family and Basaran family to the keep and lay to rest the differences that they have been exercising since you have been there. It is
Do you
enough.
think you can? Do you think you are capable of exercising a grudge or a family feud that has been lasting hundreds of years?
I will make sure that they cannot act on it. Yes.
Hmm. This should be interesting.
There are very little things in
Oh,
this.
I don't have the energy for this shit.
Sorry.
I don't know what happened. There are very little things more powerful in this world than love, and fewer things more powerful than marriage.
He says the the profile on you was true, you know what you're talking about.
I know people, and I love to talk. Is there anything you wish to talk to me about? Oh, great hero, Ferelden, and owner of such a good puppy.
The dog kind of gives this little like whiny whimper and like goes, see? It almost seems to smile if a dog could technically smile.
Hmm.
And he talks mostly a little bit about, what's been happening very recently after he came back from the deep roads looking for a cure for the blood blight. And he talks to you a little bit about some of the events that happened right at the end of Inquisition. And he also describes to you, since you just got here, a person of interest that to stay away from, and it's Solus. And he basically tells how
Stay
Solus
away
betrayed.
from Sola.
Yeah, Solus betrayed the Inquisition, and he is now at large. And if you see him, like, don't try anything. He's also extremely powerful. Other than that, he goes through and talks with you about a lot of the other characters that are here and just other people that you know, bringing you up to date on what's happening. He also says that Vivian and a few others are coming back, so the Inquisition will now literally have all of its members there. And he does mention something interesting when he comes back. He says that something that catches your eye, catches your ear. He doesn't say it out directly, but when he starts talking about the members and giving you like just some basic information about them, when it gets to Morgan, his attitude's different.
In what way?
It's not almost like he doesn't want to talk about it, or there's something that he's hiding, and you've done this for years, so you can see it.
Yeah, can I try and hone in on that and see if it is bashfulness, like embarrassment, or as in like he just doesn't like the woman kind of thing?
Go ahead and roll me a
Sense motive.
sense motive. Yeah.
Perfect. Because I have essentially set up my own home turf and kind of, had him play into my game, can I get any bonuses for this?
Situational bonus. I'll say you get a +2
Yep, that's all good.
since everyone's all friendly and whatnot.
Yes, we do like to be friendly. 24.
Okay. Yes, actually. You're able to kind of coax him into it, and you guys kind of talk a little bit about her. And it sounds like it's a little bit of embarrassment, but it's more of just there's something that's just on his mind when he talks about it. It doesn't seem to really be romantic per se. It's just something a little bit off.
Darling, hopefully you are not too uncomfortable. But I noticed some trepidation when speaking about Morega. You do understand that while I am here, I am on your side. Information is my trade. If I can make this setting more comfortable, let me know. But I must pry.
Let's just say I made a deal with her that saved my life, but is now putting me at somewhat of an awkward position.
Awkward?
Yes. There are matters I must attend to.
Well, if you have need of my services, seek me out. I would be happy. No, I would be happy to assist you with these matters.
Of course. He gives a nod. And it's good to have you here.
I am honored to be invited. Now, before we finish our delectable life, is there anything that you can tell me about either family that I may not already know? Something that only you would know with your personal
He
visitation.
goes into a little bit of information with you. A lot of it you do know. However, there is one fact that he brings up that you did not. Two facts actually. One, the V's hate his guts.
V's hate the
Like-
the hero.
Yeah, the V's. Remember the V's were against him
Yeah.
and they just hate his guts. Like they are still holding a grudge, and they are still. There was actually a scene.
Like people or the Visarion.
The family that you're
Okay.
talking about, the two families. The V, I call them the V's just to make it simplified. The V's are basically still pissed off at him, and there's actually a cutscene that happened in the game here in the story, where they actually hired members of the Crows to try and assassinate Ivan and failed miserably.
Hmm.
And Ivan found out about it, but he couldn't, it couldn't be quite traced back to him. But so they tried to kill him, and they have connections with the Crows or whatever. And they also really, really, really are trying to steal the rights to the gold mine near right there.
Like really, like
They're just trying. They're trying to gain ownership. They are really hardly trying to gain ownership legally. Granted, there's probably a lot of illegal shit they're doing to try and do that. But as far as he knows, they're legally trying to own most of the mines around right there.
Okay. Thank you so much, the hero of Fereldan. Most, if not all, of what you have shared, I do already know. But I thank you for being open and honest with your knowledge.
Of course.
Let's
Call me
enjoy-
Ivan.
Oh, thank you, Ivan. Let us enjoy the lunch spread that has been prepared, and if you wish, I will even play a tune for you.
Of course.
And that, the business segment will end, and the more kind part will come out.
Yep. And you have a nice, lovely evening. And from the garden position, you can actually see the gates open up, and you can see the scouting party come back now. And you can see Commander Cullen at the front, along with a few other characters coming back into the Inquisition.
Mhm.
And yeah, it looks like they were in a fight. A big one.
Like, is anyone dead? Like,
Well, there are a few unnamed NPC red shirts, guards basically, that are being carried on the back of a few horses, but no named character deaths.
okay.
There is a very large man wielding a giant greatsword on one of the horses who has appeared to have been covered in soot. But other than that, everyone mostly just looks like they got tussled up pretty bad.
Oh dear.
And I got a tummy ache.
Well, that
But
was
it's
your
not
own
that-
fault.
Yeah, I know. I still need to take the papers to Liana, I suppose.
My goodness. The scouts, they appear to be quite injured.
Yes, from the reports we just received after getting them back, it seems they had an encounter which we need to discuss with them. Speaking of which, Violet, I hate to have our meeting cut short, but I must go do that, and we must discuss what has happened.
Of course.
He nods, and then he says, he looks down, he's like, Jay, are you going to be good as she gives you the treats? Dog barks. He's like, all right, I expect you to be back in your room when I get back. And the dog just kind of looks at him like, and he goes walking off.
Cute doggo.
Dog. The dog looks back at you with its ears perked up, walks up to you, sits down very politely, and tilts its head at you.
I will not feed it by hand because I don't want slobber on me or the things that I'm wearing. So I will just kind of put a couple of things onto a saucer and place it on the ground. But I will, raise my finger and be like, wait, and then position it and then get out of the way so that he can just eventually just feast.
He actually feasts very politely. He comes up and he looks at you and waits for you to move, and then when you say go, he doesn't even go for the whole He very slowly walks up to it and starts eating his food and chewing it, and not just diving his face into a big mess. like some other dogs I won't name.
Yeah.
And he's very, very polite. And when he finishes, he looks at you and he barks, and he picks up the bowl in his mouth and just carries it over to you,
Oh,
and just
do you want more?
he shakes his head like, nope.
And then I'll just take it from him.
You take it from him, and he barks, and then he walks off.
Huh. She'll put it back on the table, but like in her head, she's thinking about what an intelligent dog this is. There are demons cackling in the background.
Roll a willpower to not be possessed. Just feel that. No.
I will then, I'm not even going to clean up. That's not my job. I'm going to take my like musical instruments and whatever that I brought out here and take them with me. But try and eavesdrop or stay close to while still remaining, at least on the outside, to appear as if I am not eavesdropping on the scouts.
All right, roll me a stealth, and then the camera will pan over to our individuals.
Just let me finish my cookie.
You guys are all coming
No
back.
cookie
through the
for
gates.
you.
Would I get any bonuses for blending with the crowd or things like that?
I'll say that it's kind of there's a lot of things around.
You're in a garden, you can blend because you're like very
Very
Well,
flamboyant.
it depends. It depends. It actually will depend on where you want to observe them from. If you observe them from the garden top, it's kind of elevated on this little like kind of hill that's been in the middle of the town. That will give you definitely a +2 to your stealth. But if you go down into the crowd and try and eavesdrop on them like you declared, you'll just get your normal stealth bonus.
All right. I'll just go with the
You
normal.
stand out, man. I mean,
Oh, for sure.
yeah.
I'm not trying to hide. I'm trying to,
She's trying to
like I'm
Yeah.
not.
sneaky.
Yeah.
23. Not my best roll.
Okay. All right. So, as you proceed down to observe on the scouting party coming back, the other players will be focused on, and you guys come back in, and you're kind of still,
Worn out.
yeah. And it's getting close to the evening. You can see the sun setting over the hill, and we'll have you guys take the scene away if you guys discuss anything.
Well, Jacqueline's gonna go sell the +1 dagger of invisibility.
Sorry, so you're gonna snag that too?
Well, you saw me grab it.
Well, yeah, but I didn't
Nobody
expect you to do
spoke
that.
up.
Yeah, I would also like to point out that when I give you guys downtime to buy things with money, you guys can pool money together if you want. I mean, you don't have to just use like if Jacqueline has like 2,000 and wants something that's like 4,000. It doesn't have to be just her thing. So.
Well, I'm not loaning money to selfish
I'm
people.
not saying. You
Let
have to
me
loan
tell you
money,
how
I'm saying
expensive
you're not done.
this thing is. It's 2,300 gold pieces for this one dagger.
Well, 50-50 then.
So you pay me 1,000?
No, you pay me 1,000. I fucking opened the chest. I took
In
damage
other- in
from
other-
his chest.
In other words, like one gets 1,000, the other gets 1,000,
Yes.
or 1,200 or something.
I opened the chest.
No, you didn't.
No, you
Well,
didn't.
technically, he opened the chest. He didn't unlock the chest, but he did actually open the chest.
He lifted the lid,
Wait,
but who
well, okay,
opened the lock
Then you take
was
1,000.
Serena.
I take 1,000, and you can give the change to Boris.
Great.
Sure.
Alrighty.
Would Serena, Jacqueline, and Boris all make perception checks?
Yep.
For the
Yeah.
creepy Orlesian standing in the corner?
DC 23. Yeah.
I'm not creepy.
No.
I am
Wearing a
beautiful.
weird mask.
God damn it. My rolls today.
You didn't know?
I'm still okay. I'm still dizzy from the poison, and I have stomach cramps. Okay.
I rolled terribly.
Yes, but you are also pretty goddamn sneaky, and that was not the right place for it.
I'm snakier,
So
but
everyone-
yeah, we all
that was-
suck.
So I'll go ahead and let Jared roll it in the proper channel, but I don't think anyone's going to see you.
Well, besides,
Wait, what'd you
Proper
roll?
channel.
She rolled a 23. So
Oh,
So no one
Boris,
wins.
Boris is riding.
I have a chance.
oh my god.
Motherfucker.
I don't know. You fucking rolled already, but all right.
I mean,
Bot said
yeah,
he gave me another chance to roll
yeah,
it properly.
well,
dude. No,
DM
that's
rules
not fair.
overall.
He
DM
didn't
rules
roll it. He
If
didn't
he
overall.
roll it
rolls
properly.
twice, then we should
he
roll
rolled
twice.
it properly, just not in the right area.
Exactly.
Well, hold
It's
on.
like rolling off the table. Do you count off the table?
Yes.
Well, you guys are weird.
No.
Alright,
You're weird.
calm
This
down.
is cheating.
Bring it down.
What are we blaring
Let
off of your speakers?
Let us cat fight here, okay? That's what we do.
So actually,
Ever so barely.
no, there is actually a reason why for this. Jacqueline, because you got Detect Magic still up,
Yeah.
this is why
I
you
hate
noticed
you.
her. This is why you noticed her, actually. Because you see a small glow
I'm so enchanting.
emanating from this woman, and it seems to be somewhere at... Actually, Miss Violet, where would your dagger be hidden?
It would be within the folds of my dress.
Okay,
Within
so
the folds of
Jacqueline,
my-
Serena and Boris, you do actually like notice her. You just don't pay any mind to her.
Well,
But
I ignore
Jacqueline-
her because she's a noble.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
But Jacqueline, you see that faint little glow coming from inside her clothing. So that's how you notice her.
Okay.
It stands out. It stands out amongst everyone else in the crowd.
Make a mental note. Excuse me. Make a mental note
Sneeze.
about this
Peacock of
this
a
new
lady.
noble. And be sure to ask Liliana about her later.
Mhm.
But first, to the hot spring.
All right.
I'm going to go to Liliana and give her the documents from the
Okay.
chest.
Let me go ahead and get this going. Hold on a sec.
Boris is riding alongside Iron Bull, and he's recounting what happened in the building. And first he explains the explosion and the blood, and then he explains how he was about to open a chest when Serena stopped him and said, "Let the adults handle it. It might be trapped," and then proceeded to open the
Fails to
chest
check for a trap.
and get poisoned.
No fail. She just didn't do it.
Exactly. She failed to do half of her job.
She was like,
Iron-
"Hang on, I'll check it for traps," and then don't do it.
Doesn't check the trap. She failed.
So Iron Bull kind of looks at you and he's like, I know that was not only was that awesome about how you took that explosion head on, which I must congratulate you, but she just literally went in there without even checking. And he starts laughing with you.
Am I hearing this?
Fucking
Yes.
gossipers.
I'm not laughing. I'm laughing out of character.
If you
Iron
would have
Bull-
laughed, there would have been a slow head wrench.
Yeah, right? Like, you're not sitting at our table. Why are you laughing?
As Iron Bull and
We
Boris
wear
ride
pink
by
on
you,
this day.
as Iron Bull and Boris ride by you, Violet, Iron Bull gives you the eye.
Oh, God.
The stink eye.
No, not the stink
No,
eye.
I'm gonna fuck you, I.
How
I
you
want that
doing?
good eye. So we'll go ahead and go up to the scene of Liliana here. So once again, you go into the very dark office, Miss Liliana.
I'm
Once
even
again,
gonna
she
try
just-
to find her.
Yep, she just emerges out of the shadows, and she's like, "Hello, Serena."
I have some documents for you.
Yes, I just spoke with Colin not too long ago as you were coming up. She looks at him a bit, and she's like, "These are quite intense. These will take a while to decode. Good work, Serena." And she has you sit down and describe like the whole events and whatever, and she kind of goes over some stuff with you. And she's like, "Stay posted. I may have some more work for you. Well done. Well done. Get some rest."
Thanks, Liliana. Well, I needed since my earlier blunder.
Of course. Stay safe. Make will watch you.
Thank you.
She nods.
And as you will sashay away.
Yep. And as of right now, I don't have any more declared for the night, unless there are people who wish to do some more. Other than that, this will pretty much be it. So
Nope.
everyone's good. Okay.
Yep.
So
For this scene, but we can do other shit.
yeah,
Yay!
so we will go ahead and call it for this scene. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. I am stopping the broadcast right now.